I'm Autumn Hahn. I'm a licensed mental health counselor. Forgive the quality of this. I have very little voice right now. I've spent the last 3 days in the hospital due to kidney stone and kidney infection. I had surgery yesterday, and the intubation has stolen my voice. So this is me doing my best and eating a lozenge by prescription. As you can see, I'm still in the hospital right now. There's my IV and everything. I've spent a lot of my career working in substance use and substance abuse treatment facilities in South Florida. The opioid crisis is personal to me in terms of my profession, and I want to speak to this in terms of my experience just in the past 3 days. It's February of 2021, and I really thought that things had been changing and things were different, but that was not my experience just today. So here's what happened with me. 2 nights ago, I was in tremendous pain. I was an 8 or a 9 on the pain scale, and I went to the emergency room. I was throwing up from the pain. It was bad. They did a CT scan. They found a 6 millimeter stone. I've had kidney stones before and passed them once and had them removed surgically another time, and this was going to require a surgery. So they said they saw infection, they saw swelling, and it was possible that I could have serious problems with my liver if I did not get this taken care of right away. They said I had to be admitted right away and that I would probably be having surgery like within a few hours. So I was admitted and I expected all day to have surgery. It didn't happen. I got surgery the following day. During that time, they were giving me morphine for the pain. For the most part, that was taking care of the pain. About the last, I don't know how much I was prescribed. Sorry for the noise in the hallway. During the time I was prescribed, I don't know what I was prescribed, what dose I was prescribed, but I was able to get morphine every 4 hours. And I would just let the nurse know that I needed more. So every 3.5 hours or every 3 hours, my pain would spike back up and I would need the morphine again. So pretty much every 4 hours with only 2 or 3 exceptions, I was taking it as often as I could. Because pain is real. Then I had the surgery and my pain decreased significantly. Of course, I was under anesthesia, and when I came out of surgery, I was still under anesthesia for a number of hours, so that was taking care of the pain. However, when pain started to come back, mostly from the stent that I have in and having just been through surgery, and also the intubation, and it turns out that I've had laryngitis for a few weeks, which is why I've had this mysterious cough, which is exacerbated by intubation. All of that combined to give me some pain. So instead of being a 7 or an 8 like it's been the past 2 days or 3 days, I was having pain at the level of about a 3. Inconvenient pain. So I asked the nurse, can I please have Tylenol? Or, something like that. Tylenol, Advil, whatever. And she said, no. And I said, I can't have Tylenol for pain. And she said, well, when you were in recovery, you had fever, and they gave you a bunch of Tylenol, and then you're not allowed to have any more Tylenol for 6 hours, which is true. I did. I had a little fever, and they didn't let me out of recovery until my fever was down, so they gave me a bunch of liquid Tylenol, and I guess the amount they gave me was the maximum dose for that period of time. So I couldn't have any more for several hours. So, okay. So she says, but you have a script written for morphine still. Do you need some morphine? And I said, no, it's not that bad. I don't need the morphine. And she said, well, how about Oxy then? And I said, no, I also don't want Oxy, thank you. It's small pain. I just want Tylenol just to take the edge off. And she says, well, you've got scripts written for morphine, though, so I can already give you that. Or it's too soon to have Tylenol, so you can't have that, but I can give you Oxy because it's a different kind of painkiller, and I can give you that. And I said, no, I don't know, thank you. So I went without, right? And I lived because it was only inconvenient pain. But as as a mental health counselor, as a person who's worked in substance abuse for many years, it was shocking to me how easy it was for the nurse to offer me significant painkillers that I did not need. In fact, at that point, she didn't even ask me what my pain level was. But if she had asked me, I would have told her about a 3, and that would have been the truth because I've been honest this whole time. It's been a 6, a 7, an 8 for the past several days. Oh, I really wish I had my voice back. So, just know that these problems are still out there. Just know that this is what's really going on. I am not a person who was interested in having a prescription I don't need. Certainly is not to go. I'm still admitted. I'm still in the hospital. I don't know when I'll be released. I have to follow up with the physician today and find out what are my markers for being able to be released, but my vitals have been stable. My blood pressure's been good. I haven't had any fever since I got out of recovery. So, all in all, things should be fine. Now it's been several hours, several hours since that happened, and now I have been able to receive Tylenol, and hopefully that will take the edge off the pain because it's small pain. My throat is sore. They also brought me a lemon ice and some ice water and lozenges, and that's helpful. It's not the pain of the stent and being post-op, but I definitely didn't need strong painkillers. And I get that they couldn't give me Tylenol because I'd had too much in a short period of time. I get it, no problem. They should have just told me to lump it. Like we can bring you an ice pack or I don't know, a sitz bath or something else to ease the mild pain, but I really don't think I should have been offered something so strong for something so small. And maybe they thought my pain was worse. They were just trying to treat it, and on one hand I appreciate it, but on the other hand, I see how freely sometimes people are given these strong drugs, and it's still shocking to me. It's still shocking to me that this is happening in 2021 when we had such a problem with pill mills for so many years, and there's been so much legislation to clear that up, and I hope that you are a person who doesn't fall into the need for those things and who is able to say, no thank you, I don't need that. And I just know that a lot of people aren't that way, and a lot of people would have said, oh yeah, give me that, so just be aware that this is still out there, this is still a problem, and just keep your eyes open and your chin up, and if you need someone to be there to advocate for you, then certainly make that happen. And if you have a history of substance abuse and you want to avoid that, let them know at the point that you check into the hospital that this is an issue for you, or this has been a problem for you, and to offer you something smaller or something easier or something that you can't have yourself. For instance, every time they gave me morphine, they put it into my IV. It's not something that they ever administered to me to give myself. So if that's a pain problem that you're having and that's the pain solution, then having them put it directly into your IV is something that is more within your control, and maybe a better fit for some people. So just be cautious and keep your eyes open and your head up, and just go cautiously. So I hope this finds you well, and whenever you can, always be kind. Have a great day.